God, the comments are lit already on a Tuesday night.
Right. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Fuck Your Podcast. I am Star.
And this is your girl, Patty Mayo.
And we're doing a special tonight for Nipsey Hussle. And I know social media has been going crazy. And me and Deneva, we wanted to do our own tribute with you guys and the people who tune in to us. So we probably not going to do the podcast on Thursday. So it's just going to be tonight. So, hold on one second. Let me turn up the background music.
Wow.
All right. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Yeah, man. I had to wear my Crenshaw shit that my brother and my cousin Reek got me. But
we ain't shit because we both wearing red.
Yeah. but yeah, this is from straight from Cali. But man, it's been a tragic week. A tragic week for hip hop and just at each Black community across the board, especially in LA.
We all felt that.
Yeah, we definitely all felt it. So just to recap on what happened this past week. Sunday, Nipsey was gunned down in front of his shop, in front of his store. And
he owned pretty much that whole plaza too.
Right. So he was saying that him and his brother had purchased the plaza in a video that I seen, but he was gunned down in front of his clothing store in Hyde Park neighborhood. The Crenshaw rapper was pronounced dead at the hospital after paramedics performed CPR at the murder scene during the ambulance ride. So he basically died of a gunshot wound to the head and to the torso. Those were the two kill shots or whatever, which is really unfortunate. That dude assassinated him. Like, for you to go up on him and just take his life like that. Now, basically, this is all stemming from a disagreement. Apparently, this is all speculation. So we're basically going off of what we've been reading in social media, and TMZ always got the updates.
Yeah.
So, just reading social media and TMZ updates, things like that. He was captured today. The guy name was Eric Holder. His name was been circulating around social media, and also his picture or whatever. So apparently they got into a disagreement. They knew each other, and they, had an argument. The guy left, came back, and he took his life. And, this really hurt because, like, I love Nipsey. My cousin put me on to Nipsey, and I didn't want to watch the videos going around,
but you had
but
to.
It's hard not to,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But it's
because we all want answers. We all want to know, like, what really happened,
right?
Because there were so many different stories going on,
so many stories
on social media. You don't really know which one to believe. There's a lot of conspiracy theories,
right.
But then when you see it, like, I think that's what had everybody just like so heartbroken,
right.
More than what you would have been originally, just because you had to see it.
Right.
And it was just so personal.
Right. Nope. So that's basically what they were saying. They were saying that it was personal, and they basically knew each other. But this actually comes at a tragic time as well, because Nipsey was just trying to organize a meeting with the police commissioner to see how they can stop the violence in the community and try to build some things up, you know what I'm saying, to get these kids off the street.
Right.
So the meeting was supposed to happen on Monday, and I don't know if you guys seen the press conference today. He read the whole email that Rock Nation had sent, but he basically said that they're still gonna have the meeting in memory of him, and they're also still going to but they're gonna wait on the family and Rock Nation, to have the meeting. But
of course,
it's definitely unfortunate, but I am happy that the dude got caught. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And supposedly the girlfriend that was driving the car, she said that she didn't know anything about it,
and she turned herself in. So
right. So
that's good to hear.
So I know how I feel, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read you guys' stuff in the comments, but
just a little bit. We just
How
want to make sure that we give you guys as much facts that we know,
right.
so that you guys are updated with the most correct information.
Right.
Because especially when it's something like this and it's so big and it's been just so many different stories,
Mad
it's
stories.
hard to keep track. And we've been following since we first heard he was shot.
Right.
So we've been like, you know what, the people need a show today because y'all need to hear, you know, what we feel,
And we want to know how
what
y'all
we're
feel.
seeing, and exactly, and we want to know what you guys are feeling because y'all need an outlet too. You know,
Right.
social media is just so small of a platform, and sometimes people, especially us, we're not celebrities. You know, you feel like you're not being heard, and
Nope.
everybody's opinion matters right now because this has affected everyone.
It's definitely affecting everybody. So Tar said that was his man. Shola said the marathon will continue.
Yes, it will.
Let's say this was unexpected. All the money and no more what? No money out. That's what he said.
They're saying that dude just got out of the psych ward 2 weeks before.
What? That's crazy.
Yep. And there's a petition to change the name of the street to Nipsey Hussle Boulevard.
I did see that. That was dope.
Wow. Well, please, can you send us the link because we would love to sign that petition.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna, and I can post it on the podcast page, like really post it. But you know, it's unfortunate for his life to be taken. Like he just got nominated for a Grammy. He was working on a new project.
And so young.
And so young. 33 years old. You know, he leaves behind Lauren London. I'm not sure if there's rumors saying that they were married. I do, you know, hope that they got married because, you know, it's unfortunate that he passed away, but at least he gets to live, you know, at least she had that chance to, you know, exchange. Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that was her best friend. You know what I'm saying? And the love that they shared, like I would never want to experience that at all. And you know, just to backtrack a little bit, my cousin lost her husband, and you know, her last 2 weeks ago, and he was gunned down over something so stupid, so petty, and you know, now she has to raise her son on her own. You know what I'm saying?
There's no thoughts.
There's no thought like
behind this act. It's like selfishness. It's because it's just like how dare you? You're gonna bring an argument. I mean, when I read the statement here, and it said that the only thing Nipsey asked him, he asked him a question. He said, "Were you out here snitching, talking to LAPD?" And the dude took it offensively. Went outside, got his gun, and came back and shot him and his boys. And it's just like really like. That hurt you so bad that you felt like you had to take somebody else's life.
Right. So just to backtrack, so they were basically outside already. So I'm not sure like what really, no one's gonna know what really happened before like the conversation that they exchanged with each other. They're basically saying it was like a text message type of thing.
So you they were saying that they were having text messages before,
right? Because they saying that it was personal. So like if you see the video, if you look kind of closely, the dude kept walking up and then kept going back and walking up and going back or whatever. Side note, I am gonna edit out the beginning of this because I know YouTube is going to get us for playing Nipsey, but right. it's only right that I play his song. Right. I didn't care.
So it's worth whatever.
I'll take that hit.
It's worth
but yeah, so you know, it's just tragic. Like, you know, it's a life that's lost for what? For words being exchanged. It's like, yo, how far are you taking what's going on social media to the streets? Now, get it. I know that Nipsey had a past. I know that he was in a gang or whatever, but you know, people change. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't always have to live that street life. And a lot of people always be like, oh, well, you know, he was in a, you know, it's to be expected. No, it's really not to be expected because you got to think about, look at Snoop, look at the game, like, look at all the other people that was in gangs
all the hard
and shit
work
like
that he's done to change that
exactly
for upcoming rappers and upcoming men and women in his community, so they don't have to live the life that he lived, which means he was trying to get out of that life and give a better life.
Right. So I feel like Black men, like, we really need you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it's like the Black men are just dying off. And it's just not like, you know, the whole celebrity thing. Like, look at what happened with the guy Cliff in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. And it's like, you know, we need to start uplifting each other and building each other up. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a man who was about his community, trying to build his community up. And here you go, on a Sunday, which he looked like he only was just running to the store for a second, that you took his life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, like we need our black men. You know what I'm saying? We need our men to raise our sons, to be there for our daughters. Like it's
this street shit just gotta stop.
Yeah, it
like
gotta stop.
I don't feel it's never gonna stop. And it's been going on for generations, but it's just like I wish I could do something more. Like I wish we could stop this. Like if there was a way, like what could we do at this point?
Right.
It's gonna happen, but it sucks because when you see somebody dedicate so much time to making a difference, and then their life is still taken in tragedy like this,
right,
with no regard, it's really disheartening. I really don't have too much words for it.
Right. So, with Nipsey, a lot of people didn't really know about Nipsey, who he was, and you know what I'm saying, the music that he has. Like he's been out for a while, and he I think his mixtape came out like in 2005, and he was signed to like Def Jam or something like that, and that didn't work out.
Yeah, so basically, he didn't get signed until around 2011, and when he did get signed, he ended up being let go, and that's from Epic Rap Records. That's when he created.
Epic, my bad.
Yep, and then he ended up creating his own, which is All Money In.
Right.
And then it just like even just doing that, just look at the dedication that he had. Even watching old interviews and him just saying he was just a man that spoke about what he was going to do and did it.
Right. So he wasn't one of these corny ass dudes that talk about shit and you know what I'm saying, don't be about it. He was really about uplifting his community. But again, like I said,
put so many people on.
Right. And it's unfortunate, man. Like I'm like so hurt and lost for words. I wake up every day and I'm just like, damn, like seriously, like it's really true. So you imagine fans waking up like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His fans are waking up. They're doing visuals. Dave East had held a visual for him, which they were really, really good friends. Besides the whole rap shit. You know what I'm saying? And they continue to do visuals for him in LA. But a tragic thing happened last night in LA. Yeah. So how many people got injured?
It was about 6 people. 2 were stabbed and 4 were injured. And so they were saying that shots were fired, but then there were other rumors saying that they weren't. They were just, stabbings, and then people were getting trampled over. It was just a lot of commotion going on in that area. And to me, I'm just like, it's so sick that people are thinking about fighting and hurting other people at a visual. Like we're here to celebrate the life of somebody, celebrate the life of a good ass man who takes care of his family and takes care of his community, and y'all gonna sit out here and do some more childish shit.
Right. So with any tragic situation that happens like this, now these are all rumors and speculations. Someone sent me some information today stating that I guess the guy Eric Holder, 2 of his family members were shot and killed because I guess they were trying to get him out of hiding. So they killed family members. Now, I don't know how true this is. Mm-hmm. This is just speculation, just like a lot of things in social media. But they were basically saying that the dude Shitty, or whatever his name is, was the killer before it even got released to the media. But streets talk. So it's man, like I'm so, I can't stress how hurt I am because it's like
it's just the way it happened.
It's the way it happened.
That's exactly what it is.
Right.
It feels like Pac.
Right.
Like it feels like it feels like that.
So that's what my little brother said. He goes, so now I feel like now I know how my brother and sister felt when Tupac died. Yeah. So Geneva didn't think that out. Patty Mayo, excuse me. She didn't think that I was born when
she was here. I wasn't here
when Tupac was born, which is really fucking disrespectful. Okay, you're so disrespectful. She was like, "You wasn't born yet." I was like, "Yeah, yes, I was." I'm not even gonna say what grade I'm in because y'all ain't gonna disrespect me like that. But anyway, so yeah, when Tupac passed away, like Tupac was my bae too. Like I'm a straight hip hop fan. My older brother that passed away in March. March has been crazy for me. So a lot of people who don't know me, like my brother had passed away almost like I think 10 years ago, on March 24th. So, you know, this has not been a good year. That's one of the reasons why we didn't do the podcast. You know, it's just it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to take in, and it doesn't matter how many years has passed by, you're still hurting. But my brother was just saying, like, you know, when Tupac passed, like he knows how, because of Nipsey, you know, he knows how we feel.
Right, because they were onto the same thing, doing the same thing for their community.
Right. But I want to know, like, you know, again, with Instagram, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. But how far are you guys willing to take beef off of social media or through text message or anything like that? Hold on one second. We have a call coming in.
Hey.
See if he can hear. Hey. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Show?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? So it's Show on the line from It's Lit Boston. And he wanted to call in and chop it up with us for a little while. So tell us how you feeling. You got to turn down your thing.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah. Man, I'm glad y'all are doing this tonight.
Thank you. This was like really short.
Needed,
yeah.
Yeah, this is rough. This is I don't know about your listeners and all of that, but Nipsey Hussle is the definition of what hip hop actually stands for.
Right.
You know, coming up from, I know we all look at Jay-Z and everybody, but Nipsey came on the scene and his message never changed from day one. Right. I mean, I know everybody's seen all the videos, and all the clips going around and all of that. That's been his message from Jump Street.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, just to empower the neighborhood,
all money
to give
no
back.
Money out.
Right.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, he's done so many. He's done so much to influence a lot of the guys that you guys see on the entrepreneurs, you guys see coming up, all of that, like all us young dudes. I mean, he's the same age as me. You know, he's 33. You know, and I saw him grow, like come up to who he is now, and to just see from all the gangbanging he did to be the entrepreneur he is now. Like that's the epitome of leveling up.
Right. Exactly.
You know, and just for this to come out of left field off of trying to get you with no problems, because the dude that shot him, he was just telling him, "Yo, get off the block," because you know what could possibly happen to get out of here. You know, that's a respectful thing. He didn't have to do that for dude.
Right.
You know, he could have been like, "All right, cool, you can stay here," and then the dude could have just got bodied too.
Right.
You know, and for him to come, I don't care what they're saying on the news and saying that he just came out of the psych ward and all that. That means nothing to me.
No, it don't mean shit to me either.
That's not an excuse.
Right. Definitely not an excuse.
You know, this is just like everybody's been saying. This is our Tupac Biggie right here.
Yeah, because he's gone at a time that we needed him. Hip hop needed him.
Yeah, like we needed him. Like
he was just touching the surface of breaking down those doors as he wanted to.
Yeah, and you know what it is. You know what I feel about Nipsey. Like I don't give a fuck like what he was doing. Like he was still true to himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't change. He didn't change shit that he had going on. Like even like when people watch that GQ thing with him and Lauren, you know what I'm saying? Like he was still himself. Like he was a real ass nigga. Like I was telling Geneva, like, yo, I read like a lot of hood novels, like a lot of, chicks read or whatever. But yo, he was book bay. Like he was that dude that was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But yet he got out of the streets. He made it. He changed his life around. He got a family, but he still gives back to his community. You know what I'm saying? Like he was still true to himself. And it's crazy how this dude like really took his life like this. It's sickening.
Yeah, it's Nipsey I can't even say was. He is such a rare breed. Like he's a definition of a real one.
Right.
Yep.
You know, like everybody that came up with him leveled up with him.
Right.
Like he didn't hide no information. He didn't hold nothing back. He gave them all the information, and he gave us his consumers all the information that
and
we
he
needed.
Wasn't scared. He
from
wasn't scared
from the jump.
Right.
So for just to watch the video and to see how this man's life was closed off, that puts everybody on the list.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And it makes us angry. Like, as much as I am sad, I'm pissed. I'm angry that this happened to him.
Yeah, I am too. Like, I feel like when they was like, oh, they captured him, like, and, God forgive me, because I'm like, damn, they didn't kill him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and people was looking like, yo, this was like the easiest arrest. Like, it wasn't no force or anything like that.
Like, is death even enough for what this man has done?
Nah, it's not, because you know what I realized at the end of the day, family want answers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a tragic situation, but people want answers. Like, we deserve to know why the fuck you think that you can end somebody's life. I don't give a fuck.
We want retaliation.
We do want that.
I want retaliation.
But my thing is too, like, you have to think about the family. Like, they want answers. They want to know why you took their loved one away from them like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Was it really that serious, bro? He was trying to help you out. Like, you can go two blocks down and go shopping, but don't come over here because you know what the deal is.
Right.
That's respect. Like, there was no malice in his voice. Like, nothing. It was like, yo, bro, you can't be over here. And if you know
Nipsey, you know it wasn't like that.
Like, just go down the street, do what you gotta do over there, and you come back later and clap the whole crew. Like, come on, man.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Like, that's none of it makes any sense.
Nah,
like, it's just.
It makes no sense at all. And all you guys tuning in, thank you guys for tuning in. I did put the link below if you guys do want to call in. And the number. I'm sorry. I'm not
gonna take up much of your time. I just wanted to say, everybody, please go stream all of his music.
Yes,
hell yeah. All the way down to Mailbox Money.
Yo, all his songs, all his albums are dope. Like, so again, like, if people who haven't really heard of Nipsey, like, get to know him, get to know his music, like,
because I was telling Star, because
thank you, Phil, for calling in. I appreciate you.
All right. Thanks. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right,
bye.
Right.
So I got put on to Nipsey through you. That Star's boo. And then, her husband gave me a CD, and that's all I used to listen to every day before work. And that shit, when I tell you, it used to motivate me. Even when Double Up came out, I would watch the video like numerous times a day, and I would listen to it every morning before work.
Right.
It's just something about what he said, the way he rapped it was different. And yeah, I like new rap music or whatever, but when you could really sit down and listen and then take from it, I've never sat down and really listened to a song and took that with me and said, okay, I'm going to do this with my money. I'm going to do this with my time. Right. I'm going to do this for somebody. I never did that before until listening to him.
So just to go a little bit in the chat. So sorry, guys. But Simone wants to know if anyone know the other updates. So basically, they said one guy who got shot, he was treated at the scene and released, and then another guy, he was treated at the hospital. So I think his condition was a little worse, but wasn't like super life threatening.
Yeah. They are both said to have survived.
King Chuck said he needs to be tortured for the rest of his life. Fucking coward. I believe that. Ashley said it's so sad. Tanika said it hurt so bad. The message he was spreading around the community was positive. Definitely. Stay Pure Music said the most dangerous thing for a black man is another black man. The jealousy, the hatred, the violence needs to stop. I so agree with that. So agree with that.
Absolutely.
He also said Nip was doing everything that he was supposed to do as someone who made it out. How can we progress if we keep killing us? And that's my thing. Like, we supposed to be building each other up. And here we are tearing each other down. So here is another black man, he's a fucking coward, killing another black man who is trying to raise his kids, his son and his daughter, you know what I'm saying, and support his community and also his family. It just fucking sucks. It really, really sucks. Ja A said he was a real one. Tanika said, hell yeah, I felt that when Tupac passed away. Hell yeah. And then I don't know if you guys know, my mother had me when Tupac passed away, she had drove me to goddamn Circuit City to get his last Machiavelli, and I bumped that shit. And every time we have a a party, I'm all for karaoke. All right. So yeah, so my mother said, Sophia said, R.I.P. to Carlos. So again, that's my cousin that passed away in Alabama. Tragically, a fuck nigga killed him on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Took his life young. He's young. Just living his life, building himself up. You know what I'm saying? Raising his kid. Like he had a good ass job. You know, it just
it's crazy
that
what
the shit hurts. It's
so
crazy. And it's like, yo, when somebody do something to your family, like all you're thinking, you're thinking like evil, crazy shit, and you don't want to be that way. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to be that way, but I'm telling you, and when it comes to situations like this, it makes you angry.
Right.
Like you just like, for fucking what?
Right.
What was your point?
Right.
Okay, and now what? Now you're in jail, dummy.
Exactly. So Poco said, wait, where did Poco go? Oh, Poco said we need our kings. Stay Pure said he was doing what Tupac wanted. Exactly. Yep. Taj said All Star. Carlos Cunningham, Jaquita. And so I mean, there's a lot in the comments. This is crazy, and I thank you guys for tuning in. MB said, just throw him in general population, and get it over real quick. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because when shit happens like that, you start thinking crazy shit. Like it's like, yo, like why don't somebody take your life? All right, so we got another call coming in. I gotta learn how to answer this shit.
Hello?
You on the line? FY Podcast. No, sir. Who's this?
Yo, what's going on, ladies? Stay Pure.
Hey, what's going on? Stay Pure. So this is Stay Pure, which if you guys remember, we always usually play his songs during the podcast. So let us know how you feeling. Like, you're an upcoming artist, and you're trying to do something positive for yourself and your daughter and your family. Like how are you feeling? And you're in this generation.
I just wanted to call in and express my deepest sympathies and condolences towards Nip and his wife, his children, his family. Man, it's sad. So this man did everything you were supposed to do as somebody who made it.
Right.
Like they say, you're supposed to keep it real. You're supposed to provide for your community. You're supposed to go back, give back. He provided jobs for people. He took care of so many people, but we took them away from us. Like, how can we progress?
Right.
It's sad.
Right. I agree.
I think and everybody is so hurt. Everybody, but it speaks volumes why everybody's hurt, because he did what he was supposed to do while he was there. He impacted so many people.
Right. And you're absolutely right,
because it stops us as a culture. Like everything was at a halt. When we heard that he had passed, everything felt like it was at a halt.
Right.
Because what does that mean for us?
But a lot of people was confused. But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So, God gave him the ability to do what he needed to do here. And you're right. He impacted so many people's lives. So a lot of people are going to take a lot from him. You know what I'm saying? And apply that to life. Hopefully everybody does. You know what I'm saying? But he impacted the people the way he needed to impact them. And his job here was done. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at things. Like, yo, people be like, don't be scared of death. But I'm terrified. You know what I'm saying? I'm terrified because I see what it does to people. So, we just have to start living a good life and live your life and be a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all go through things, but like, at the same time, try to stay positive through all the bullshit.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Stay focused.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely try and stay focused.
I feel like, say his job was done, but our job is just starting.
Right.
Yep.
So the marathon continues. Let's piggyback off of the positivity he was preaching.
Yeah.
And what he was doing. Since the beginning, like the first interview I saw, he was talking about buying back his community.
Right. Right. And then
just the first interview.
Did you see the interview when he was saying that his brother had the store first, and then he said that his brother had lost that spot and his brother had went away and did some time, and then he ended up buying that store, and then when his brother came back out, they put their money together and they brought the
and the salon and the restaurant.
But he owned a few different businesses. Yeah, it's about us building each other up. So
yeah, but I hope everybody takes this as a lesson.
right.
Takes it as a lesson
And not just be talking.
Yeah. And riding the wave. Like this is not the time for games. This is not the time for riding the wave. And especially when it comes to something like this, you have to really sit down and reevaluate yourself. What are you doing to uplift yourself, the people around you, and your community?
And not only that, they're trying to gentrify the community. We need to be out here trying to buy back our shit.
Yeah, bring the money back to us. Because once that's gone, that's gone.
Yo, just like Killer Mike said, like, how long does a black dollar last? You know what I'm saying? In our community, how long does it circulate? That shit's gone.
It does not circulate.
That shit's gone. Thanks, cuz. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit the like button at the top. But you know what I'm saying?
Because we want to buy Gucci.
I don't want to buy Gucci.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what the culture does. Oh, yeah. They want to buy expensive shit that doesn't hold value.
No value. But a nigga can see you look hot on the block or on fucking Instagram. But stay pure. Thank you for calling in. We do appreciate you and send us some new music. Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate y'all.
All right.
Good night.
Bye. So yeah, man. If anybody want to call in, I did put the number in the chat box.
Yeah,
I'd be forgetting the number, but the number is 508-443-4119. But this was a special all about Nipsey. If you guys have anything to say, you definitely can call in. Again, we're probably not going to be doing the podcast on Thursday. Mm-hmm. Because this has just been a draining week. It was a
draining month, and then this week it was just like I officially hate March.
Right.
I officially hate March.
So but being positive. And yes, Simone said buy Gucci and sit on Section 8. So you know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm gonna change channels a little bit. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about if anybody's in Boston, or if anybody, whatever city that you're in, what city that you're in that you have a family member or you yourself have a business that you want to advertise. You know what I'm saying? Let's start advertising each other, building each other up. So my cousin in a comment, Reek knows, he just put out a sneaker coloring book. Like, he does graphic designs. He just put out a coloring book, which you guys can purchase it online. Mm-hmm. And also you can, if you're in Boston, it's in a, I forgot what store it's in. What's that bookstore in Roxbury Mall?
Oh, I know. Shoot, I can't.
Damn, what's the name of that bookstore? Anybody know the bookstore in Roxbury Mall?
Is it called like LD's?
Nah, it's called. It begins with an F, I think. I can't remember it, but
not Falls. Huh? Frugal.
Yeah, it might be Frugal. Yeah. So you guys can support him. Get your kids a coloring book. Like, again, this is about building us up in a Black community.
Let me shout out the business real quick.
This is
Spotless Cleaning by Peter.
Thank you,
Stewart. Yep, you can find the link on my Snapchat.
And Peter's good. Peter is very, very good. So shout out to Peter. Shout out to Reek. Shout out to what's Chris's thing? I forgot what it is, but we gonna start. I forgot. We're gonna start promoting, Black businesses. And if you guys are looking for a haircut, you go to Sheer Inc. On Blue Hill Ave. I don't remember the address right now because this was kind of like short last minute.
Alicia Smith says GoVanTees.com.
All right,
it's a family clothing line.
All right, so GoVanTees.com. Sharik said, I love you too.
Because definitely throw those businesses down in the comments.
Right.
After the show as well, so we can continue to see them.
Exactly.
Because we want to bring our dollars back to the community.
Exactly.
So
fuck buying outside, fuck buying Gucci and all of that shit that don't matter. Like, you're putting money in their pockets. What about putting money in your brother's pocket, your sister, your cousin, and filtering that shit back into the community?
Because there be so many small businesses that, start in Boston, but they don't get no love.
Yeah.
So they go elsewhere.
Right.
And it's crazy how your own people, your own community
won't support you.
won't
So
support you.
shout out to
They'll be trying to ride the wave.
Right.
the
Shout
whole
out
time.
to Pure Passion Sweets. She designed these cups for us.
Yes.
She designed us these shot glasses, and she sent us some rum cakes and brownies and things like that. Like I post her on our podcast page. You know what I'm saying? She's always supporting us, always sending us different things.
Yes.
Like she's out of Atlanta, but she do ship. You know what I'm saying? Check out her page at Neek's Kitchen. She's out of New York, but she's a traveling chef. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to start supporting each other. You know what I'm saying? And building each other up, because it's like if we don't, like what are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind going to work, and you know, because I you know, you make good money at your job, but I want my own shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to filter my dollars in with my company, and I don't have a company, but I'm just saying,
you want to leave not only a legacy, but you want to leave something behind for your kids,
right?
For your family, for the next generation. You want to what is it called? Generational income,
right?
You want to make generational income,
right? So you want to leave things behind, and you know, a lot of people, we get homes and stuff like that, and we leave our family in all debt. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to leave your family in debt. You want to put together a plan
and buy land.
So, okay, just an FYI, if you guys need any type of financial advice, you guys can definitely hit me up on our podcast page. You can hit me up at fypodcast1@gmail.com. Just if you're looking to, you know, do investments, save budgets, whatever you're looking to do, you know what I'm saying? I can definitely assist you with that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm all about helping each other out, and I'm not going to charge you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm helping you to get yourself together,
and then you pay it forward.
And you pay it forward. Exactly. So again, it's all about building up and trying to accomplish things within our community and our family, and then within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We all struggle through things, but you know, again,
I promise you, if you just do a week of doing something for someone else, you'll see how much you feel differently as a person.
Right.
You'll be like, damn, that felt good.
Right.
And that'll make somebody else want to do something for somebody else.
Right.
And then it keeps it going. And then next thing you know, we have our community living again.
Right. I agree. So just Simone says Simone needs a husband. Inc. So we gotta set up a dating show for Simone.
I can't.
Thank you, show. We have to pay it forward, definitely. Yes, thanks. Yeah, okay. So, you know, again, if you guys have anybody that y'all want to support, definitely drop it in the box. But leave comments after the show, because when you leave comments after the show, and it stays there, you know what I'm saying? So people can go on, they can look to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But we can definitely post stuff on the podcast page. But I'm gonna be honest with you. If you don't remind me, I'm gonna forget. Yeah. So, you know, you definitely want to just be mindful that I forget. Shit,
and
I'm
this
human.
Is why we ask you guys every week, like, send them music if you know someone who does music on that end, because this is a platform.
Right.
Everything, like, y'all use social media every day. That's a platform.
Right.
If you know somebody who has a business, it don't hurt to post them once a week, once a month, and just get that heard. Because it may not reach somebody the first time you post it, may not reach somebody the second or the third time.
Right.
But you keep posting that joint, somebody's gonna hear that, and somebody's gonna tell a friend, and that friend's gonna tell a friend, and that's how you bring the income back to your community and your culture.
Exactly. So again, this was a special all about, you know, Nipsey and
so needed,
definitely, because it's an outlet. So what I wanted to say is, do you guys want me to give you our relationship topic before we end, or do y'all just want to end? But yeah, so hold on, let me, what was the last comments? Can you see?
Yeah, I can see. Neek says that's right, pour the money back into our communities. Sophia says hashtag Black Wall Street. Stay Pure says provide generational wealth, keep money in our community.
What did Shola say?
Shola says beautiful star, we have to pay it forward.
No, he said right here, and it has to be dope shit too.
I didn't get that yet.
I want to see these.
Oh, because that's hidden, so I won't be able to
so
see it.
show. Okay. So when it's people can't see that. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, look at me, just dumb, dumb as
And
hell.
it has to be dope shit too. Don't waste these ladies' time, please.
Right. Definitely dope shit. We want to see,
Yeah, we're not gonna just do anything.
Oh, so damn, my bad. So MB, I didn't even see your comments. But you guys, if you're just now tuning in, and if you want to give positive feedback, even if it's negative, whatever, we we talk shit. So hit us up, subscribe, like, comment, and
Oh wow, I didn't even see what MB said. He said he was way too respected to go out like that.
Right.
Straight suck of shit. These niggas out here will hate you more than the KKK.
Right, definitely. But again, we need all black men in our community. We need you to continue to raise your sons, raise your daughters. It's hard growing up as a female without that father figure, because some of these girls turn into the wrong direction. And I'm thankful that I grew up around all dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because I, like, with my brothers, like especially like my older brother, my older brother, he wasn't really like a super like violent person, but he didn't play that shit when it came to me. And just okay, it was all right. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. I can't multitask. But anyway, so he didn't play that shit when it came to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he seen me talking to a dude one time. I never seen my brother so angry. Like, he grabbed me up, like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, he's like, I should beat your ass. And I'm looking at him like, what? Like, he was just talking to me. He goes, no, he wasn't just talking to you. He said, that's a grown ass man. That was my first incident. So it brings you to, when these old ass niggas want to talk to these young ass chicks, you know what I'm saying? He's like, that's a grown ass man. You don't need to be
even thinking that far.
Right. And so I wasn't even thinking. I'm like, oh, he likes me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But a grown ass man liking you, like, come on. Like, so, again, even like, brothers, cousins, like, you have female cousins, and, just try to be in their lives and build them up, because a lot of the reason why things are going the way they are in the world is because nobody is paying attention to these fucking kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. YouTube's watching them.
No, YouTube's watching them. They're outside. They're just doing a lot of bullshit. Like, for instance,
this new generation is
the new generation is really, really
wild.
Weird.
They're all like weirdly.
And my heart
savage.
Goes out to that 10-year-old boy that killed himself. I think it was in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. For being bullied. Okay, so for instance, my cousin, so my cousin's husband, Carlos, he's my cousin. He passed away, but his nephew committed suicide as well. So it's like, yo, we have to start paying attention to these kids.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I told you, mental health is super serious.
Yo,
and if you feel, or someone in your family or close to you, even if you don't know the person, you just feel like this person's a little off, or they haven't been the same lately, offer an ear, or just give a compliment, or do something to brighten that person's day, because you never know, you might change a life.
Right. You might change a life, save a life.
Because even your strongest friends sometimes need that, like, hey, you okay?
Right.
You good?
Especially if your friends are always holding you down and building you up and giving you words of encouragement.
You got to think, who's doing that for them?
Exactly. So again, it's all about building each other up. But, I don't know, like, with mental health in the Black community, people know, oh, that's for white people. No. It's for all of us.
It affects us just the same.
Because you know what? We all have tragic situations that we go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody could have watched somebody get killed in front of them. Yeah. That's a tragic event.
Think about Nipsey's family right now after seeing all the speculating videos that's been going around. Like, that's like, his kids are gonna have to see that one day.
His brother, I don't know if he had any sisters, but his mom, his dad, like, yo, it's a lot. It's a lot to do. Do you want to read a little bit of the comments, and we're gonna
see where we at?
We got end soon. But thank you guys for tuning in on a Tuesday night.
Yes, you guys are amazing.
Yes.
Shola said, thank you for tonight, ladies. This was special. Simone says, yep, and they need more than just a strong mother. She also said they need the men. They need their fathers. It's just a different strength. These men dropping babies don't realize how important it is.
Right.
And we can't change everything, you guys, but I promise you, if you just do one thing different this week, it will make a difference.
Definitely make a difference. But again, we do want to thank you guys for tuning in. This episode was specifically for Nipsey Hussle, his fans, a way for us to have an outlet, you know what I'm saying, of what's going on. Again, if you guys have any questions, we will be back next week. I don't know.
We'll think about it.
Thursday might be, you know what I'm saying? We might pop up Thursday.
We'll think long and hard. But what I would say is take this episode and do some research about the things that he was preaching, the things that he was saying, the things that he was doing, and see if there's something that you can take from that and, use in your own life.
Right.
And we'll talk about it next time.
And I'll say this too. Think about what you want out of life. You know what I'm saying? Because the older you get, the more confused you are. So you're like, damn, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? Yo, it's never too late to do anything. People always be like, oh, aren't you a little old? No, you're not. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. So, make sure you figure out what you want to do. If you need financial advice, you can definitely contact me. You know what I'm saying? Or a financial advisor. I mean, my service is free, but whatever. Just to kind of see where you're at and what direction you want to go in, you know what I'm saying? As far as like pursuing anything in life, you have to try to build yourself up, because working a regular 9 to 5 is not really going to get you where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Let's be realistic. You know what I'm saying? If you're stuck in that job that you've been in for years and you're not going anywhere, you're not progressing, you're not getting a raise that you expect every year, you're stuck. You know what I'm saying? So you have to find other ways, other avenues to build yourself up.
I was just saying that. I told you I'm gonna start doing my little morning words now. So I was just saying that yesterday. I was just saying you have to do something to motivate yourself. So even if that means like taking a sticky note and writing it above your bed, this week I'm gonna get this accomplished, and then give yourself a reward. If I get this accomplished, I'm gonna take myself out to dinner.
Right.
You know what I mean? Get yourself a calendar, write some things in your notebook, meet up with your friends once a week and, talk business.
Right.
Talk to your friends about that. Hey man, what was you thinking about doing? I see you doing this all the time. You don't want to make that a hobby or a career.
Help your friends out.
You know what I mean? Especially because some people just don't have that mindset. But if you have that mindset, feed knowledge.
Right. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. We might be back on Thursday. Just look out on our podcast page at FY Podcast. Again, any questions, if you want to send in music, anything that you want to promote, you can send us an email at fypodcast1@gmail.com or hit us up on our Instagram. My Instagram is STARZZEE. Patty Mayo,
PATTYMAYYO.
So definitely hit us up. Remember, you guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Also, leave a comment after the show if you want to promote your business. Leave it in the comments, and we'll try to repost it on our podcast page. You know what I'm saying? Do a few of them a week. For any business that you're trying to promote. So
I'll post to my personal page.
Yeah, right. Hit
me in a DM.
So this was a good episode. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and we will see you maybe soon. On Thursday.
We'll see you soon.
All right, here we are.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.